Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? Hey Clem, thanks for commenting. So happy to have you here. Make sure that you give my video a thumbs up. It should be at the bottom of your screen. I would appreciate that. All right. So a lot is going on right now, like so much. So we have free shipping, we have like so much stuff happening. So I'm gonna see if a couple people pop in. If you've just joined my live, please say hi and let me know where you're from. So happy to have you here. Before we get started on our cool card today, I am gonna just go through a few announcements, letting you know everything that's going on so that you can access all the things that you need. In case you were not aware, today and today only, until 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, midnight Mountain Time, free shipping, $75 or more. So not only do you get free shipping at $75, you're going to get my free customer card for the month, because any order at all from my online store gets my customer card. You're also going to get my tutorial bundle, and it has a lot of projects, so don't forget about that. And then you're going to get free shipping on everything that you buy. So it doesn't have to just be $75. It could be any amount. And I am really grateful to have you guys shopping with me and choosing to shop with me as your demonstrator. So if you have any questions about this free shipping, please put it in the comments. I'll try and monitor that. Don't forget about Paper Pumpkin. We have until the 10th of the month for Paper Pumpkin. And this month's kit are the Christmas cards. They're going to be traditional Christmas. The kit is called Ho Ho Ho. And it's going to have classic Christmas colors, holly jolly sentiments, and the cards are definitely Christmas spirit type cards. Words from the North Pole is that this kit is going to coordinate with next month's kit, which will be tags. So if you purchase this month's kit, next month's kit, you will have coordinating tags to go with the cards. So it's amazing. I love this time of year for Paper Pumpkin, and it's a great time to get started. The last Friday of the month, we work on our kits together. So if you're interested and you have any questions, drop that also in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Now, if you do like Paper Pumpkin, or you don't like to figure out what you want to stamp, the kits collection is for you, because there's all different styles of kits, step-by-step instructions. They're designed and pre-cut pieces. They include adhesive and even a stamp block. So they are amazing. And there are some non-stamping kits too if you want to get started. We also have a kit that is in the mini catalog. That is a donation kit. We are using it to help others where there is food scarcity. So if you purchase the Nourish and Flourish kit, you can help out. $3 donation from each kit is going to food scarcity. It comes with a free lunchbox. We have a new kits collection kit starting today only, which you could take advantage of free shipping. So it's a win-win. It's the birthday card organizer kit, and it comes with an 8x10 monthly planner and 12 birthday cards, 2 designs. So you get to make 6 of each. These are the 2 cards. That is your planner. It's a $25 purchase, and it also comes with matching envelopes, 12 matching envelopes, so it's a great deal. You can use the planner year after year. You can make your own cards and stick them in there after you've used these, so it's a really great kit. I'm so excited about it, and it starts today. And don't forget, free shipping is today, so you could take advantage of that. The kit that started in September was our Christmas gift giving, and it's a tag kit and a gift card kit. So it's a gift card holder and tags, and you get 9 tags, 9 gift card holders in this kit, 3 designs, 3 of each, and that kit is $21. And the one before that is a Christmas card kit, and it is 12 cards, all the same design, and it's $23. This is a beautiful kit, and you don't just have to make Christmas cards with it. You could do tags, all kinds of things. You don't have to use the kits for what they are intended. With a little imagination and ingenuity. Here is this tag that was made with the products from that kit. So see, you can do tags. You don't have to always make cards, and this is a great value. 12 cards for $23. They're already designed for you, so they're super fast and easy to make. You don't even have to think about it. They're portable, you can take them anywhere. So don't forget about this Cozy and Bright kit. If you like the really cool buffalo check mug, the plaid mug, it's $11. Free shipping today. And the cool logo beanie, which I happen to purchase. I love it, and it's super cute. $20, also free shipping if you purchase it today. All right, another exciting thing that is happening is starting today, the starter kit. For $99, you can get $155 worth of products. Anything you want, $155 in the catalog for $99. So you're already saving $56 right there without anything else. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Lou. Hey, John. So right there with that $56 savings, it's an amazing value. You're going to get free shipping. You're also going to get free business supplies. And you're going to get a paper pumpkin kit in there for you to try it. That is just some of the perks. You get my classes that I do as a team member of mine at a discount. And you get to be part of my team. There's so many pluses to joining. You do not have to sell. You could just be your own best customer. That's how I started. I didn't start to do it as a business. So you'll also get 20% off everything for at least a quarter, up to 25% off. Lots of training. You can also be, like I said, your own best customer. You get early access to catalogs. You get to pre-order things. Speaking of pre-orders, starting November 1st, we have this awesome kit. And if you join this month, you can choose this kit as part of your starter kit. So it's a gorgeous set. It was shown on World Card Making Day. We showcased it on World Card Making Day for the Stampin' Up event. And it is a gorgeous collection of products. There are 3 products in this set. The embellishments that are called gold adhesive back swirls. The stamp set, framed and festive. And this paper are while supplies last, limited time only. So you don't want that to sell out. So on November 1st, if you are not a demonstrator, you can purchase this really cool bundle. The awesome thing about it is it has ovals. There are 3 different size layering ovals that fall out from the middle of these cool frames. So it's a great way to have some ovals as well. All right. Now, speaking of free shipping, that can be out of the mini catalog or out of the annual catalog. Both catalogs are available for the free shipping. Hey Lee, thanks for joining us. Hey I, thanks for being here. Hey Meme, if you're watching, I know you might be watching and not typing anything, but hey, if you're there. And we are going to be using a product today out of the mini catalog. It is this stamp set here. It's called Perched in a Tree, and it is the set that I'll be using all week. Last week, we used this beautiful set, Fond of Autumn. And if you haven't seen all my projects, you can go to my blog, or I can give you a quick sneak peek of the projects that I did last week. All right, so Sunday, we made this card. I love the colors. I think it turned out really beautiful. So that was Sunday's card. Monday, we did this fantastic card with these beautiful fall colors. This was the card I did last week on the live. It was a thank you card. And again, really beautiful fall colors. This was my card from Case the Catalog. If you didn't make it to my website, I do have projects there that are not on YouTube, so definitely take down my website name and you can click and check out projects that I post there. This was one of those. Then on Thursday, I did this really cool gratitude journal. I did 2 different styles of bows. This one was by necessity. I cut the ribbon too short, but I think it turned out just as cute as this really puffy bow. And these are gratitude journals. If those of you don't know what a gratitude journal is, you basically write down things that you're happy for every day. And that way, when you're having a bad day, you just open your gratitude journal and you realize how blessed you truly are. It could definitely help you on a bad day. And then this was my fun fold card. I love this gorgeous paper. It's Splendid Day. It's out of the mini catalog. And this was my triple panel card. And this is how it opens. So I hope that you enjoyed all my projects last week with the Fond of Autumn bundle. And if you haven't seen them, you can check on my playlist. I have them all on one playlist on YouTube, so you can check that out today. All right, so let's move on to what we're doing today. The Perched in a Tree is our stamp set for the week. And this is the card. I've chosen to make a Christmas card with a little bit of non-traditional colors. But I think it looks like a beautiful wintry day. And you can see that in this stamp set, it has the words, "Let heaven and nature sing," which I think is such a beautiful sentiment for a Christmas card. So I made this really cool card with lots of splatters and ink. And you can see the bare trees that happen in the winter. And I just think it turned out beautiful. You have the pretty sentiment behind these music notes on this circle here. And I'm going to show you how to make this card. All right, so I'm going to put it in the corner. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. This is what we've used, the stamp set, the dies. This is the folder that I've used, the embossing folder for the music notes. And of course, if you guys don't own these layering circles by now, I don't know what to think. I use them all the time. Okay, so the base of our card is actually basic white. This is the inside. It says, "Wishing you abundant joy and peace." And I kind of did a moon. Johanna, my daughter, gave me the idea for the inside. And I think it did turn out really well, playing off of the moon on the outside. So let's go ahead and get started. And I will show you what we are gonna do today. I will also give you all of the dimensions. So the base of our card is 4 1/4 by 11, and it is our thick basic white. Whenever I use white as my layer, my bottom layer, I tend to use the thick. Sometimes I don't if I have a lot of layers on top of it, but for the most part I do. So we're gonna go ahead and score that, and it is gonna open like this from the bottom. We also have a piece of Night of Navy, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And I have used the die from the Perched in a Tree bundle. It's called Aspen Tree Dies. And it is this die right here. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I just placed it onto my Night of Navy cardstock. I ran it through my die cut machine, just cranked it through. And this is what was left. So what you do is you just pop these pieces out. I left it whole so that you guys could see what it looked like before I pop all the pieces out of it. And they come out very simple, very easy. There's just a couple small ones that you may need your take your pick tool for. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my take your pick tool, and I'll show you there's a small one right there. And there's a tiny one right there, that tiny spot. But most of the rest just pop out without any help. And that is what the die looks like. I'm going to place it down here onto my mat, and I'm going to discard these little scrap pieces. Hopefully I got them all while you guys check out that cool die. So it's a beautiful die set. And then that is what's going to get layered over the top. But first we're going to create this gorgeous scene in the background. So I'm going to move this die cut out of the way now that you know what die I used and how I used it. All right, and we are going to use Fresh Freesia. That is the purple color here at the top. And the bottom is Starry Sky. Starry Sky is one of our new in colors, so you'll have to check that out. And I have a Post-it note that I die cut a layering circle from the layering circle dies. I use them for two things today. I use them for this mask that I made with my Post-it note. I also use them for the circle that we're going to put our words on. I use those dies a lot. So the first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to get this little scrap piece. You can see how loved it is with all this pretty ink on it. We're going to place our card on here. We're going to start blending ink onto this piece, but I want the moon to be white. So I'm going to use this Post-it note that I've already die cut out, and I'm going to place it up here. And where I'm going to figure out where it's going to go is I'm just going to lay this piece and see if I'm happy with the placement, and I am. I think that's enough of the moon showing. So I'm just going to press that into place right here. I'm going to move this back out of the way. We're going to start with our light color first and then do our darker color. So I'm getting my Fresh Freesia ink pad out, and here is my Fresh Freesia colored blending brush, and I am going to ink that up with my Fresh Freesia ink. So I'm just going to move it across the ink pad in a circular motion. Thank you, Lou. Thanks, Meme. So happy that you love the colors. I think they're amazingly beautiful. So you can see I'm just rotating this ink pad. I'm kind of holding on to it, and I'm depositing that Fresh Freesia ink right onto this brush. Okay. Now I don't want to bring it right onto my paper, because what's going to happen is when you deposit it, it leaves a streak when you put your first brush across. So I'm going to put it down onto the scrap paper first. And I'm going to grab this little piece of scrap paper that I have here, and I'm going to use it to hold on to. And I'm just going to start depositing that Fresh Freesia ink over the top. And the harder I push down when I circle my brush, the darker the ink gets deposited. But you don't want to push too hard. You just want to do light brushes, and you're just going to keep going back, and we're going to layer the color over itself. So we're going to get about halfway in this Fresh Freesia, and I like the two colors to end up blending into each other. So it's okay if I go down a little bit into where the Starry Sky is going to be. But you can see the more times that I reach down into that ink pad and pull more color, the darker my Fresh Freesia gets onto my cardstock. So little by little, I'm layering and depositing ink over the top of this basic white thick cardstock. And remember, you can see that I'm pulling off before I come right on. I don't want any streakiness. I want it to look nice and smooth. And around this circle, I want to make sure I really press good and get a nice, so that that moon looks so white and bright when I pull that off. Okay, I think I'm happy with that amount. Maybe a tiny bit more in this one corner. But I'm pretty happy with that Freesia color there. I'm going to put a light coating down here where it's going to meet that Starry Sky. So now we're going to take this Freesia, and you know the circle that I cut, and I've embossed it already in my embossing folder. Let me show you what the embossing folder looks like. So I cut a circle with my dies, and then you have this embossing folder. So let me pull my circle dies out. Let's see which circle. This is the one I used. So I cut a white circle out, and then I opened my embossing folder, and I put it in there. I put it down, and I cranked it through my die cut machine. And when I pulled it out, it had this beautiful music note impression on it. Okay, so that's how I got that onto my piece. So I'm going to add a little bit of Fresh Freesia onto that just to highlight those music notes so that you can really see them behind the words that are going to be Starry Sky. So I'm just kind of going over those lines, and I'll show you guys in a second. Just like that. I think it turned out really good. Just adding that little pop of color like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side again. And that should be it now for my fresh freesia, except for the inside of our card. Okay, so we'll have to pull it back out in a minute, but I can't do the inside until I'm all done with the outside. So we're going to just put the fresh freesia to the side, and we're going to start with our Starry Sky. And this color is super beautiful. I love it. And so I'm going to ink up my blending brush. And again, I'm going to take some of that darkness, streakiness away. And I'm going to hold this time on the top. And I'm going to start off and work my way on to the edges and across. And I'm filling that white in. And like I said, I'm going to start lighter and we're going to layer color on color. Now, this is going to get real dark. You can see how dark I have it here on this card. So we're just going to keep layering. But I want a light layer around that moon of this Starry Sky. So while there's not that much ink on it, I'm going to come around and I'm just going to deposit a little bit of that Starry Sky around that moon. I'll show you. Just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to dip back in. I'm going to grab a little bit more. And we're going to just keep layering that beautiful blue over the top. A little at a time, just like we did the fresh freesia color at the top. Patience is your friend. You don't want to get excited and put too much ink or have a blotch that you can't get out because you were a little bit impatient. So you're just going to take your time and you are going to layer that color a little bit at a time over the top onto that basic white cardstock. And you can see that it's starting to really get nice and dark now, which is what I want. All right. Let's try and make that where it meets that purple to be seamless. Where I see some white, I'm going to push down a little harder in those areas. And the reason I'm using this is I don't want to get that ink. You can kind of see how it's deposited on the paper. I don't want to get fingerprints onto this section where I'm adding this ink. So if I use a scrap piece of paper, then I won't be able to get fingerprints on there. So I'm just going to add a little bit darker. I'm just going to go a little bit darker. But we're almost done here. And then we will have the bottom. All right, what do you guys think so far? That looks pretty good, right? Where the fresh freesia meets that beautiful Starry Sky. I'm gonna run a little bit more down here, down the middle, where they kind of meet each other. Very happy with that color layering. All right, so now comes the fun part, guys. Wait until you see how much fun this is gonna be, okay? We're going to take our piece here. I'm going to put it in a box. I have this little box. That's a Stampin' Up box that came, and it's my splatter box, I call it. So when I'm doing things with splatter, I use this box. It's just a brown box. You can see the splatter that's inside there. And I'm gonna try and get these sides to cooperate and stay open for me. Okay. So we're gonna drop our card in the middle there, okay? And I'm gonna get some water onto a paintbrush. So I have this paintbrush. It's just, you know, a narrow tip, but it's not too narrow. So I'm just gonna dip that in some water. And it's just like my water cup here, you can see. So I'm just gonna pick up some water onto that paintbrush there, okay? And then I'm gonna just tap that paintbrush over the top. Now, because this ink is dye-based ink, you can start seeing it react to the water. And I will bring it up so that you can see it even better, but let me get a few more splatters right where I want them onto. It shows, of course, the best on the darker color, but it is just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get a few more near the top. And I'm going to bring it up so that you guys can see what it looks like in my box. Pretty cool. What do you guys think so far? Pretty awesome, right? I think so. So we're going to take this out now, and I'm just going to put it off to the side, and we're going to bring in that beautiful navy, Night of Navy. We're going to put that inside. This time, instead of water, I'm going to get my A block, which is one of our clear blocks, okay? And this is our white pigment ink. It's called Whisper White Craft Ink, and I'm just going to put a drop onto that block. Thank you, Lou. Okay, and I'm going to take the same paintbrush, I'm going to dip it in my water, and I'm going to let that water drip into that craft ink. And I'm just going to put a little bit down here. Okay, and I'm going to mix that together. I want it to be really loose because it's a very thick ink, and I want it to be loose, kind of like the water. Okay, you can see my brush now has white. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick up some more. Some more. And see why I have a box? So I don't get it all over my desk. And when I'm happy with the amount, I'm going to grab a baby wipe. I keep those in my drawer next to me because, you know my name and my business, Inky Hands. So I definitely need baby wipes near me at all times. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe off that paint off the brush. It's just ink. I'm going to put my water cup away. I'm also going to kind of wipe my hands because I got a little on my hands here. Okay, and I'm going to pull this up to the camera so that you guys can see how beautiful that splatter is on that Night of Navy. Sorry for moving the camera. If you're new and you're here watching, please let me know where you're from. Even if you're watching on the replay, just let me know where you're from so I can say hi to you. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If I don't get to answer them live, I will go back and answer them. So that is the white that has been splattered. So I'm going to slowly, carefully pull that out of my box. And I'm going to take a scrap paper and I'm going to place this. I'm going to actually grab a couple of them because this little white is still going to be wet. I'm going to place it down like that. And I'm going to get my heat tool and I'm going to help the process, okay? Now this water, we don't need to do that to. It dries pretty quick, but this is a pigment ink, so it sits on the surface of your cardstock and it's made to be heated, okay? So we're going to heat that with my heat gun. So I'm going to grab my my paintbrush and I'm going to grab the other side of it to hold on to it. I'm going to turn on my heat gun. And I'm going to start drying this paint or this white pigment ink. that's on my card. We'll do a quarter of it at a time. We'll do this bottom corner here, then the top corner. I'm going to shut it off for a second. Then I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to hold here. We'll do this corner next. Down the middle here, in case I missed any spots. And let's go back to where we started. And I think, for the most part, we look pretty dry. Maybe just these big dots that are right here. I'm going to kind of hold them over those. But the rest were kind of small, so I'm pretty sure that we're dry there. Okay, you can unmute your phones if you don't want to listen to that anymore. All right, so now we're going to pull back this mask, the Post-it note mask, and there is my moon. And then on the inside, we're going to put it back in this corner. And I'm going to grab my scrap paper again, my fresh freesia ink, and I'm going to go around right in that corner there. Add a little purple. That's all you need there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull it back again. And there's the pretty moon on the inside. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it. So sometimes I stick them onto my ink pads. You know, it just depends. I just stick them somewhere that I can reuse them until they don't stick anymore. Because, I don't know, I just like to reuse things, I guess. I don't really know why I do it. Oh, Lou, you're so sweet to me. Okay, so here is our gorgeous background. Who knew that if you put a little ink and a little water together, how fantastic it would look, right? So now we're going to go ahead and attach this layer over the top. I'm going to use this just in case anything is still a little wet. And we're going to put dimensionals on the back. So we definitely need the larger ones in the corners. Okay. And you all know how I over dimensionalize everything. So just be aware that it is just my way. And just accept me the way I am. What can I say? So I like to use the sides of these dimensionals. When you finish them, you have this border around the side. And so I like to use these little border pieces. So I'm just going to trim along this one side here. And I'm going to pull them out. And I'm just going to fill around these edges here where I can't fit a large dimensional, but where I probably want a little bit of support onto my card. And I mean, really it's free, right? Because it's like you would have thrown this away and now you're using it. So, all right, I'm gonna put another one of those maybe right here. Let's see where else we might want a little support. Maybe on this large part of this tree trunk here. All right, and I'm gonna put some minis. We also have these minis. You guys know I love them. I'm gonna fill these in. So let's go ahead and I want some support down the trunk because that is just going to be loose. And if you don't put any dimensionals on it, it's going to get smushed down and then it won't look like it's lifted up off your card. Parts of it will look lifted and other parts won't. So that's why I tend to like I said, over dimensionalize. It's not really a word. It's my made up word for my ridiculousness. But hey, I'm happy. I mean, I put work into these cards. I want them to look nice when people get them. I don't want them to, you know, lose their oomph. And then they don't look as pretty as when I sent them to them. So I don't mind using a few of these dimensionals. You get a ton of them in the package. I don't even know how many you get, but the minis, let's see if it says. 720 of them in a package. So I think you can afford to put a few. It's only like $4.25 or something for these dimensionals, and you get 700 of them. So, all right, and I'm going to use the edges of the mini. I'll show you. I have, whoops, dropped my stamp. I'll be using that in a minute, so I'll pull that out. So this is the border of the mini ones. See how I kind of go around the edges? This piece came off, so I'm going to use it up. And I'm going to cut some longer strips like this, kind of some long skinny ones for this tree trunk here, so that I can have some support even on this really thin tree trunk, because I don't want it to fall. So we'll put that one there, maybe one more, and then I'll stop the insanity, guys. Maybe I might have to use all of these up, because that way I could just throw that piece away. All right, let's see if there's any more branches. Oh yeah, look, this one needs one, this one needs one, and let's put this one here. Do I have any more? One more. Let's just use this up and I'll throw that away. Let's put it on this branch right here. All right, so now that I put 50 million dimensionals on the back of my piece, it's worth it. How cute is this card? All right, so let's start pulling them off. Now this is what this take your pick tool is, the best $10 you'll ever spend, is look at how fast you can pull all of these things off. See, and they all stay on there until you throw them in the trash. Even though you have a ton of these on the back of your project, you are not getting them all over your craft room floor. So now it's time to do this side. We have half the cards. So see, it doesn't take quite as long to take them off as it does to put them on. So I just pierce into the foam and I lift up, and that pulls them and collects them all on the point of that take your pick tool. This is probably my most favorite tool of all the tools that I use, is this take your pick tool. All right, so that's all of those. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay our beautifully splattered Night of Navy tree here. And I'm just going to slowly press that into place. How cool is that? And so just a few steps left. I've already die cut the circle, which we sponged. Remember, that's going to go on the outside here. And I've already stamped in Starry Sky, and I've hand cut that out with my paper snips. If you don't own these are my second favorite tool. And that's what I use to go around this word section. This is going to get directly glued on top of here. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat if I can find it. I don't know where I've put it. Oh, here it is, actually back where it belongs. And I've stamped this, Let Heaven and Nature Sing. So we're going to put some wet adhesive, which is my multi-purpose Tombow liquid glue. I love this glue. On the back. Okay, I'm going to use my tweezers. Oh, thank you so much, Lou. I appreciate what you have to say. Thank you. Oh, John. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and place our little music note or our little words. I think I might go this way. I don't even really know which is the right way, but I'm gonna place it this way. I want most of that to show, so I'm gonna just go ahead and attach this onto the circle. And I'm just gonna use the tip to press that into place. Now this is gonna get attached here, and I'm gonna put some ribbon behind it. So we have this gorgeous fresh freesia organdy ribbon. It's like an open weave ribbon. Isn't that beautiful with those two edges? And so I'm gonna actually put some of my seal adhesive behind it. All right, so I'm just gonna run some seal, if I can get it going. Here we go. And I'm just gonna put a bunch of that back here behind this circle so that it's sticky. And then I'm gonna take my ribbon, I'm gonna turn it to the front so that I'll see what it looks like. And I want it to go like this. And then I want it to have a pretty little like turned piece, maybe like that. And then I want it to do that one more time. So I'm just gonna grab and make it do another loop on this end, like so. And then I'm just gonna lay it so that it comes out the other side. And I'm gonna use my paper snips and I'm just gonna trim. Of course, I didn't use the ones that I used for my ribbon, which is a little dangerous, but there is how I attached my ribbon to the back onto that adhesive that I stuck back there. This ribbon is gorgeous, and you get 10 yards of it when you purchase it, and this is a beautiful ribbon. This ribbon actually was on the weekly deals when we had those in September. If you want to stay abreast of all of the offers and things that are going on, you can subscribe to my email newsletter. If you go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com, on the top right hand corner it says subscribe to my email newsletter, and if you fill out that form there, you will get a weekly email. I send them out usually on Thursdays. I may start sending them on Wednesdays. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to find the right day, the day that I like the most to send them. But if you would like that. Yeah, this is a beautiful bow, and it's super easy, right, Lee? So we're gonna add this to the front here, but I want it lifted up. So I'm gonna put maybe 3 of these guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna get crazy with them. I'm just gonna put like maybe 3 of them to hold the bow on and lift this up off of my card. I might put one more down there because I think I need it so it doesn't fall. Okay, so I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool again. I'm going to pull the backs of these guys off. And then we're going to attach this onto the front. Oh, so pretty. Let's make sure that it's straight and that I'm not getting a little crooked here. All right, I'm happy with that. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp with our Starry Sky. Let me clean up some of my mess I've made. It's like, it seems like every time you stamp, like the mess gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when you're done, like, I do have a basket that I toss all my stuff into, which thank God for that, because if not, we would not know where I would be. Because I tell you what, guys, I make a mess when I'm stamping. Which is why I named my business what I named it. Okay, so we're gonna grab the Starry Sky ink, and we're gonna do this sentiment right here that says, wishing you abundant joy and peace. This font is so beautiful in this stamp set. This whole stamp set is gorgeous. And so we're gonna stamp that kind of over the moon there. Beautiful. Close this, and we're going to clean it. This is our chamois. This is what I clean my stamps with, and it looks like it's completely filthy, but it just grabs the ink off of here. What's really cool about it is once you deposit the ink on here, it does not get on your hands. So I don't know how it works, but it's a miracle, and I love it. So you see, here is our beautiful card today. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make it. Now we're gonna use a couple embellishments. So I thought I would use these opal rounds that are part of the in colors. But you know, the more I made this card today, the more I thought we just needed the regular opal rounds because they are iridescent-y and beautiful. And so I think I'm going to just use the regular opal rounds instead of the colored ones today. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Should we go with just the plain opals? I think they're pretty. I think we should. So I'm going to use these because I think that they will pick up the color that's behind them rather than using ones that are already colored. So let's use these, but I did use these on my original card that's on my blog, but let's use these this time. Why not? Okay. Woo! They're flying off everywhere because I'm flinging them off. Okay. So let's grab my Take Your Pick tool. Gotta find that again. I tell you, I love this tool. So there's the putty end. I'm gonna actually pull this off. It's been out for a while. I'm going to show you how to use it. So when you get it, you have to install this into this piece here, and it has a little spiral piece, and you just twist it until some of this putty starts coming out of the end of your Take Your Pick tool. And you just keep going until you get enough putty to come out. And I like there to be quite a little bit coming out of here. Okay. That should be about enough. And so I'm going to untwist it, but it's still, I'm going to leave it tight, but not pressed. And then I like to push that putty down to the tip like that. And then I use that to pick up these cute embellishments. Okay. So we're going to start this one. It looks like I flung it off of here. Okay. So let's start at let's start at the top. So I'm going to take a large one. I'm going to put that one up here. Ooh, pretty. I'm going to take another large one. I'm going to put it in this corner. And I'm going to take one of the smaller ones. Should we put it here? Yeah, I think here. I like them in the corners. So there's that one. What do you guys think of this color? Do you like that color on there? Yeah, this is a really quick card to make, and it's really beautiful. And you could do them, you know, do all your blending first, then after you're all done, then splatter, you know, all your pieces, put those to the side, then die cut all of your trees, and then splatter those. So it's really, I think, so pretty. Those opals, I think, look really good on there. I'm happy with that choice. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this project. I am so grateful to have you always on my live. Again, like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the comments. I will show you the 2 cards that we have done so far this week, because today is the 3rd day of the week for my projects. So this is day 3. And we started off the week with this card. Isn't it so cute? I love this little bird. He's super sweet. And I have a video on YouTube showing you how to color him and how to make this card. And it's a thank you card. I think it turned out phenomenal. I love this tone on tone. So I have the crumb cake layer on top of the crumb cake card. And I think it looks beautiful. And then here's the inside. It says, "Your kindness warms my heart." And this is one of the leaves that is die cut from this set of dies, as well as this beautiful floral image. I also die cut the branch and the bird. This little piece here is from our scallop contour dies, another shape die that I use all the time. So that was Sunday's card. And then yesterday, I did this card right here. I colored the bird again, but you can see he looks like a completely different bird by using different colors. I did his branch sloping in this direction, and this card says, "No matter the season, I'm here for you." I love this ribbon. It is a twill, kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it doesn't fray. It's really a beautiful ribbon, and it comes in a 2-pack. You get a green and then this color right here. And I think they turned out really awesome. And then this is the inside. So that was yesterday's project. Tomorrow is Case the Catalog. So it will not be on YouTube, but you can find my project tomorrow on my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's project. Thanks for being here. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, please click that thumbs up right at the bottom of the video. There'll be a thumbs up for like and then a thumbs down for dislike. Please give me a thumbs up. And then if you would like to watch this video again and you have a Pinterest, you can click share and share it to your Pinterest. Or you can click the save button and save it to your YouTube for saved videos, and then you can come back and watch them under your saved videos on YouTube. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it so much. Thanks, and John. All right, guys. I will see you next Tuesday at 8 o'clock with another cool stamp set. I hope that you enjoyed today's project. Don't forget about this awesome bundle, and the free shipping deal is until 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, midnight Mountain Time. The gorgeous Aspen tree dies. Don't forget about those as well. And you get free shipping. So take advantage of the free shipping and order today. And if you'd like to join my team, I would love to have you on it. I will talk with you guys later and see you next week. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping, guys!